What is going on, everybody? Back here again with another episode of Broad Street Bulls, Season 1, Episode 9. Now, crazy that we're already at that point. But right now, as I'm sure many of you guys know, the Sixers game is on. They are up at this point 114 to 108 for the Sixers. A rough start, but cleaning up really well here late in the game. But we will deep dive more into that game. This is going to be more of a Sixers and Cavs recap. Also going over the week that the Sixers have had. And then after that, we'll go into the MLB lockout. Very, very small segment. Don't worry. I will not bore you with that and get anyone else more depressed than we already are about the MLB lockout. So we'll be very short with that. And then we will go into the Eagles. And pretty much because of what happened with the draft combine, a lot of stuff has been going on. So we're going to get deep dive into that too. But starting off now, George, how are you doing tonight?
Dude, I don't want to speak too soon, but I love this team.
I love this team.
It's funny. I know it's not over yet, but first quarter, first half, Cavs can't miss a shot. Everything's going down. Things don't look great. They're shooting freaking 60% from the field, just absolutely cruising through this game, and then he's staying it the whole way. Embiid's not having a great night. It doesn't matter. Maxey steps up and he's 5 for 5 from 3. Niang steps up and he's 5 for 8 from 3.
Yep.
Maxey's taking more shots than James Harden, and we're up by 6 at this point after being down at halftime. After then, the Cavs put up 71 at halftime.
Yep.
I like this team. This team's fun.
I love it. And cool. If you guys haven't read the title that we already have put or the thumbnail that we have made, the Sixers now have a big three. And that is a lot of it is because James Harden joined this team. Obviously, he closed out and everything. And everyone before might have thought, Tobias is going to be part of this big three. But when you look at it now, Tyrese Maxey has stepped up so much since James Harden has been added to this team. He has benefited the most on this team since James Harden joined. He has been playing extremely well. We are seeing Tyrese Maxey shoot the three ball way more than he has the past all this year and last year. And you know what? He's cashing out on them. And he's having a great day tonight. Just like you said, 5 for 5 from 3 tonight. Tyrese Maxey completes the big three. I would absolutely say the Sixers have a dominant big three with Tyrese Maxey being that third guy. Just like you said, Joel Embiid's not having a great night. Harden, he's having a good night, obviously dropping 20, and he's doing good so far. But Tyrese Maxey has been the reason why the Sixers are up right now, the reason why the Sixers are taking this big of a lead. I mean, you look in the third quarter, that was all Tyrese Maxey. It was all Maxey and Niang. And, I just couldn't have wished for anything gone any better. When James Harden joined this team, obviously I knew he was going to make the rest of the team better around him, but I did not see Maxey taking this big of a jump from where he was before.
Dude, insanely huge leap. And that's pretty much one of the reasons why everyone was like, you cannot trade Maxey.
Yeah.
You cannot trade Maxey in a trade. It can't happen. Because when you pair Embiid, you pair Harden, you pair Maxey together, it's a recipe for freaking cooking. You're gonna cook. It's facts. And Maxey being so young and developing this early to being the player that he is, it's like the future is very bright for Tyrese Maxey. The future is very bright. And this is one of the games where you watch and you see your star player, I'll say your number one guy, Joel Embiid, not have a great night. Tyrese Maxey's out here taking 7 more shots than James Harden and dropping 5 threes and 31 points, 4 and 4. This is awesome. We're up by 5 now. There's 2 minutes left. If obviously people are still watching, but this is the type of game that the Sixers needed. This is the type of game the Sixers needed. And they needed to crawl and scratch the entire way. And even I was thinking, I wouldn't mind if they lost this game. In the middle of this, it's you kind of need to figure out what to do after bouncing back after losses, which makes sense. Obviously, you can't play the Timberwolves and the Knicks and win by double digits every night. The fact that they came back in this game, they're up 4 now with a minute and a half left. It speaks volume. It really does. It speaks volume for everybody on the team. You have guys stepping up. Shake Milton looks great, 11, 4 and 1. He's 4 for 6 from the field with 2 threes. Niang's 5 for 8 from 3, has 17 points. You're really seeing the shape of this team. It's all coming to form Furkan's going to get pushed out a little bit.
which is
Still
fine.
haven't seen Isaiah Joe at all, which I think would be very cool. But what are you going to do? Niang's balling, Shake's balling. This is awesome.
Yeah.
This was one of those games where it looked very gloomy, and it turned into, oh yeah, we have three stars, legitimately.
Yeah.
We got three guys here.
I mean, so when you look back on the past week and how the Sixers have played, we have faced Minnesota, average team, I would even say, but beat them by 30. And you faced the Knicks twice, both times trailing and coming back and getting big wins by the end of it, playing a great second half, even great second quarter. It was just a really bad first quarter. And that's seeming to be I'm not going to say the only problem, but the big problem with the Sixers is that they're not starting off so well, but they're coming back these next three quarters so hot that you don't even realize it. When you just look at the box score and you just see the score winning by 20 points, you're not thinking like, wow, like that was a terrible first quarter. You're thinking that was a great game. You know what I mean? And that's kind of how I've been viewing the Sixers. And the bad part, again, I don't want to say bad part, but what we are noticing is the Sixers were playing against these average or below average teams in Minnesota and the Knicks twice. And now when you look at it, we are facing the Cleveland Cavaliers, one of the top teams in the East. And now we are looking in the end. Again, didn't have a great first quarter. Cavaliers totally just
I'd say
played.
so.
Yeah, Cavaliers outplayed them extremely. If you look at it now, 40 seconds left, Sixers up by 6. I mean, and after being down by so much against a good team, that is now what we can say. Harden's on this team, and we beat a good team, and honestly, pretty well. It's not like this most likely will not come down like a last shot. And if we play a little bit of a better first quarter, which that will get better over time. Again, this still is only their 4th game. It'll get better over time. This team's gonna look really dominant.
Oh, yeah.
In quarters 2 through 4, this team is dominant. Like, looks insanely good. So I'm very excited to see what else what else is going to happen, how much better this team is going to get. We're finally getting a good teams we're facing. Cavaliers we're facing now. I know tomorrow night we have another big game against the Heat. On the 7th, we're facing the Bulls. And then on the 10th, we got the Nets.
And that's the thing. Like, that's why a game like this, like crawling back from this game after being down, and it seems like they're gonna secure it. They're up by 8 they're up by 6 with 40 seconds left. Like, coming back and winning a game like this is huge because, like you said, the next few games you got the Heat, the Bulls, the Nets, and then Magic. Obviously not great, but then you go play the Nuggets and the Cavs and the Mavs and the Raptors and the Heat. Like, this stretch coming up,
games.
There's good teams in there. There's good teams there. There's teams that are going to test you, and you got tested tonight. Embiid didn't step up like he typically steps up, which is fine. Like, you can have those games from him. He's done it all year himself. Maxi's right there to step up. Harden's right there to do his. Like, Niang off the bench is here to do it. Shake even helps you. It's just this team's very fun. Like, just seeing the way this roster is constructed now compared to before the trade deadline just makes you smile. It really does. It really does. Maxi's gonna have a 33-point game. This is crazy to watch. Keeping Maxi on this team was a miracle.
Yeah, no, seriously. And like something else with Maxi, the reason why we now see him playing so well is that he's in the role that fits him way better, a role that he feels more confident in. He's not the facilitator. He's not the guy and has to go create space and find a bunch of guys open. He doesn't play that role anymore. He is now fitting more of playing the 2 and now be able to become a full-time slasher, or now even shooting 3s, shooting 5 for 5 from the 3-point mark. He's turning into just a straight up scorer, an absolute baller. Yeah,
he's a sniper
entirely, and he's just playing so well. He's turning into such a different player when he doesn't have to be the facilitator. James Harden can now play the role that fits him better. He's not meant to just be that scoring type and has to win games all by himself. The best James Harden that you can get is the James Harden we have now, where he's going to drop 20 to 25, and he's also going to facilitate the offense, create so much space for everyone else open. I mean, Matisse Thybulle shot like 4 threes against the Knicks the other night and made like 3 of. He went like 3 for 4 the other night from 3. What? Like, we haven't seen Matisse Thybulle be a three-point shooter since college. When he was in college, he had a decent three-point shot. And now we haven't seen any of that. And now you see him, James Harden's finding him wide open on multiple different times because the spacing that he creates and all these guys that we don't remember can shoot or that just never did shoot are coming out and just showing that they are more valuable. They are better than they were because we didn't have this kind of player being able to make the team this much better. Ben Simmons was nothing like this. Ben Simmons, you suck. I hate
It's like they
you.
said, like it's exactly like Embiid said. I've never been this open in my life. Like I've never in my basketball career been this open.
It's
And
crazy.
it's true. It's true for everybody. You see some of these passes from Harden, and you see how open these guys are. They have no choice but to shoot. They have no
Yeah.
choice but to shoot. That's why Toby's out here going 0 for 4 from 3. But it's fine. It's fine. It's okay. It's all right. But you're right. Another 11 assists tonight from Harden. It's every
Fantastic.
single night. You look at even looking at the box score. It's like Maxey 33, Embiid and Harden. Embiid at 22, Harden at 25. Like they score, Harden assists. It's everything that we wanted. Pretty much James Harden, from what we've watched so far, it's everything that we expected, and it's everything that the national media did not want.
Yeah,
They
entirely.
wanted to see us crumble. It's not looking like that.
Not happening. Not happening at all. So when you look at it now, the Sixers are now going to be 2 games. But as you know, is the game over yet? My
It's
screen is
over.
not. Yeah, it's
It's
completely.
over.
So that's another win. So they are now going to be 2 games behind the Miami Heat to take over the Eastern Conference, facing the Heat tomorrow night. George, let me just ask you, how possible is it for the Sixers to end this season being the number 1 seed?
Oh, dude, it's so possible.
It's so possible.
It's so
Like,
possible.
and I don't think any of us saw this coming.
No, for sure not. Like even being a number 1 seed before, it's like I didn't expect us to be a number 1 seed this year.
Mm-mm.
I didn't. And you look at the East right now: Heat, us, Bulls, Bucks, Celtics. What one of those 4 teams are better than us? Like let's
Yeah,
be
I'm
honest.
with
What
you.
one of those 4 teams are better than us?
I'm
Not
with
one.
you.
It's just yeah. I expect us to be 1 seed. Obviously, if we're not, no sweat off our back.
No.
You're gonna have to play a team that is inferior to you either way. Because I don't expect the Nets to be in that 7-8 spot. I mean, you never know, but we'll see about that. And
Yeah.
we'll
Yeah.
I would love for the Nets to be in the play-in. That would be great. That would
They probably will. They
yeah,
probably
because I
will.
mean, like you got to catch the Cavs if you want to be the 6,
Yep.
and they don't know if
And
that's gonna happen.
that's going to be hard. That's something else with the Nets too. It's going to be really hard for them. They play that much catch up to get out of the play-in tournament. Kevin Durant just came back last night. Yeah, of course he looked great. The
Yeah,
guy's, he's not going to be 100% for the rest of the season. KD is not going to be the normal KD that we need. Kyrie is still not playing. He's still a part-time player right now. So it's a lot of catch up for the Nets to do. Ben Simmons still isn't playing. Obviously, we know he's going to wait out until after March 10th.
yeah, yeah.
But it's the net. Just something with the Nets. I don't see them being too much of a target. It's going to be hard for them to, even just stay even in that playoff realm. They're going to do it. But again, would we really be shocked if anything else changed? Who knows how long KD can stay fully healthy? How long Kyrie can keep on just playing part-time?
Well,
So
the New York City's lifting that.
yeah, but we've also said that for a week now. When is that actually changing?
It'll be before playoffs.
Right, but that's still
It's
a while.
no, it actually is coming up, I believe. It's like
Is it? Okay.
it's in this month sometime.
Okay. So
Yeah,
yeah, so again, that will help, but that's still say it's later in the month. They're missing out on a lot, and they could just be lower. And anything can happen
for
in the
sure.
play-ins. You know what I mean?
Anything
So
can
it's
happen. Yeah,
exactly. So the Nets, I really don't have a lot of worry towards. I'm not very worried about the Nets. The teams I'm really worried about, it's really just like the Bucks that are up there. The Bucks are really the only team that, not even that I'm fully worried about. Like, if we don't make it to at least the Eastern Conference Finals, it should be our goal. Our mindset should be the finals now. But if we don't make at least the Eastern Conference Finals, it's got to be all on Doc at that point.
It's set up, yeah, it's set up nice right now. Like you see the teams above us and like even like right below us. We've beat the Bulls on multiple occasions this year. I'm going to the game Monday, so we'll probably lose.
Ooh,
Yeah, dude.
nice.
Yeah, I'm excited. First Harden game
Nice. That's gonna be fun.
should be a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, good one. Yeah,
So
good one.
I'm I'm not gonna say I'm not worried about the Nets. I am not like I know a lot of people that aren't Sixers fans say the Nets still got us in 7. I just don't think that's true. Nets are such a good team. Like they're good at when they're healthy, dude. They're great
Yeah,
team. I mean, Ben, KD, and Kyrie is a great trio right there.
yeah,
But
fantastic.
Ben has to come to Philly and play, and he has to be on the court with Joel Embiid and play against him. Like we're gonna have Hack a Ben in Philly.
Yeah,
I will take the Nets in a 7-game series gladly. I will
all
take that.
three of their stars have their problems. Ben Simmons playing in Philly. Ben Simmons playing at all.
Playing it, yeah,
Playing at all.
playing in
Kyrie,
Philly.
Kyrie Irving, just with his like, even without him, like say when he does play in full time, still he's just that kind of distraction. I don't know how Ben Simmons and Kyrie Irving are going to work together. We haven't even seen that yet. You know what I mean? Who knows how well Ben Simmons will work out with the rest of the team? Who knows how long Kevin Durant can stay healthy? Just all of those guys. Just like you said, I'm totally fine with playing the Nets in a 7-game series. Again, like I was just gonna be a little bit of worried, but my worries are very low facing the Nets. So I'm gonna feel very confident. I mean, when you look at it, who's gonna guard Embiid? They're gonna
Yeah,
Ben Simmons.
that's pretty much one of the main things too. If you look at any 7-game
I mean, come
series,
on.
dude, who's gonna guard Embiid? I don't.
What are you gonna do?
Andre,
Put Ben Simmons on him? Oh
you
my
gonna put Andre
god!
Drummond or Ben Simmons on him for the Nets?
Not gonna
That's
work out well for you.
yeah, that'll be very interesting to watch.
Yeah. So
Would love for Ben to be on Embiid.
very excited to see how the rest of this Sixers season comes out to be. Looking at it a little bit more in the future, I know we already went over a little bit. Tomorrow night against the Heat, number 1 versus number 2 seed, going on tomorrow night at 8:00. Monday night, you got Sixers versus Bulls. That's gonna
Pretty
be
cool. Get to
yeah,
playing the team above you and the team below you, like
yeah,
back to back.
yeah.
Gonna
Oh
be
yeah,
fun.
true.
Gonna be a fun stretch of games coming up for sure.
It's gonna be a lot of big Eastern Conference matchups, potential playoff games happening. So a lot going on for the Sixers right now. We have our big 3. Tobias needs to figure it out. I know we said he was going to fit into this role. Going to give him a little bit more time before I start heckling him. But he has been really, really struggling as of late. I'm hoping he fits into the role. He's going to have to fit into the role. But really, that's the only concern on this team at this point. The depth is looking good. The stars are looking like stars. Like it's absolutely insane.
You wanna touch on the new acquisition?
I did forget about that. Go ahead, George.
I mean, how do you feel?
I mean,
Yeah,
it's whatever. I mean,
it's a guy. He's
yeah.
really big. He's really big,
Well, yeah,
which is good.
that's great and everything. But
DeAndre
yeah,
Jordan, he's a
sure,
big
Willie
man.
Cauley-Stein is not going to be our backup center anymore. Great. I mean, sure. It's gonna be a guy that is gonna come off the bench a little bit for Embiid. He's really just like that big name guy. You know, everyone knows like DeAndre Jordan was a huge name and everything back then. But he's just washed now. I mean, pretty sure he got released for that one bad pass he had the other night. So if he
Nice
ever does that,
pass.
if he ever does that for us, oh, it's gonna be mayhem. But
Nice
honestly,
pass.
being real, when DeAndre Jordan comes onto the court, if he's going to get rebounds for us and plays decent defense, like just nice interior defense, it's all I really care about at this point.
That's the thing. Like I guess they're gonna figure out a way to. They're gonna give him minutes, obviously, when Embiid's off the court.
Yeah.
He's a lob threat. He's really big. You need a big man, so there it is. It's one of those moves where it's like, okay, it's fine. I'm fine with I'm fine with DeAndre Jordan.
It's gonna help. He's better than Willie Cauley-Stein. So that's how I'm
really maybe.
No. Willie Cauley-Stein needed to
Maybe.
get out of here.
We didn't really get to see Willie Cauley-Stein at all.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we saw him for 1 minute at the end of that Knicks game. At the very end, I'm pretty sure I saw the double zeros, and I was
We
like, "Oh
did.
my god, like this is embarrassing."
Yep.
I
I
was
was
ready
with
for
someone
him.
and they're like, "Who's 00?" And I was like, Willie
Cauley-Stein.
Cauley-Stein.
Yeah. So I mean, does it make the team better? Sure, not much better, but it's fine. We have our backup guy. We have now the fill-in for Andre Drummond, Paul Millsap. He plays a different role in this team. He was not going to fill that Andre Drummond role. And I think we kind of just found our backup guy and good veteran leadership. So I'm happy with how it
You
turned
said
out.
it.
It's fine and
You
everything.
said
So
buyout market. We're gonna probably get a big man.
we did. It's
We got a
exactly
big
what we
man.
said.
We got a big
Yep.
man. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's fine. It's nothing too crazy, but it's fine. I'll
It's fine.
take. I'll
It's
take
fine.
it. That's literally my. That's
Yeah.
my complete feeling on it. Is I'll
It's a
take
good
that.
feeling. It's a
Yeah,
good
I'll
feeling.
take. It's fine. This team's awesome. I'm not too worried about that.
All right, so that's going to be really it for our Sixers segment. Really quick, I'm literally saying this is going to take us 20 seconds. Baseball does not care about its fans. The owners do not care about its fans. It sucks. I really wish baseball was happening on time. Already the first week has been canceled. I'm not going to opening day anymore this season. I'm really pissed off about it. This could get pushed back really, really, really far. So don't expect baseball anytime soon. It's not going to happen. George, you want to say something really quick? I'll give you 30 seconds and we're done with it.
Yeah, man, it's upsetting. It's
It is.
it's very sad. The owners are a bunch of assholes.
Mm-hmm. Plain and
Both
simple.
sides, honestly, just need to come to a fucking conclusion because for everybody, for the players, for the owners, for the fans, for everybody that likes baseball even a little bit, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
It's just for everybody, this sucks. And I want baseball. I want baseball to start on time. I want to know when opening day is. I want to count the days to it. I want to know that baseball's happening.
Yep.
And that is not the case right now. So
Not the case.
it's sad. It's just a very sad situation. And hopefully they can come to an agreement soon because I don't want to miss a lot of baseball this year, man. I know 162 games is a lot, but I love all 162.
Every
And
single
so
one of
does
them.
and so does Diamond Talk, dude. Like I just
Yeah.
I love talking Phils. So you gotta give it to us. We need the Phils. We need Phils
need it.
baseball.
We need it.
We need the lockout to end. We need to sign Kyle Schwarber, and we need to move on with our lives.
I need to see Harper hit a 500-foot bomb the right center field. That's all I need.
That's all we
I
need.
need in my life. All I need.
That's all we need in our life.
Don't need to go see him playing in Japan for the Giants. Don't need to go see that.
I don't want to see that.
That's it for baseball because I really don't want to keep on talking about it. Screw Rob Manfred. Guy sucks. End discussion. Moving on. Now, this is going to be a little bit of a touchy topic. We're going to go into some Eagles talk real quick. Have them up here for a little bit. And the NFL Combine is going on. And a lot of talk has been going on. And let's just say a quarterback has looked really well in the Combine. Malik Willis, a guy that I have talked about before, but he played for a lower school like Liberty. But he has been destroying Pro Day, Senior Bowl, and now the Combine. He has been the star of all three. And I'm not sure what your take is. I kind of do want to ask you about this before I go deep into it.
Oh, you're going deep.
If Malik Willis is available at 15, or would you trade up to get a quarterback this year in Malik Willis?
Fuck no. No.
I think
we're on complete opposite sides of this.
Look, question. Have you seen Malik?
Yes.
Did you see the Combine? You saw the Combine?
I didn't see Combine. I've seen him play in college. I saw the Senior Bowl.
Okay. This guy can make 60-yard dimes look like it's nothing.
So did Zach Wilson.
Okay, Zach, and I like Zach Wilson. You know who can't do that at all, even in practice? Jalen Hurts.
Okay, yeah, no, you're completely right, and we're completely on the same side with the Jalen Hurts situation. Just even if Malik Willis is the correct pick, you cannot take a quarterback first round this year. You can't do it because there is there's no explaining it to anybody if you take quarterback this year. I don't get like this team last year was quote unquote rebuilding, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rebuilding
Still
because
are.
everything around the quarterback position mostly is a need. Like we need to build. We need to build an entire team and get back into a contender, right?
Right.
Why take a quarterback this year when you can use your 3 first-round picks and build around everything else you need? Worry about a quarterback next year. You can ride
Why?
Jalen because you can ride Jalen Hurts one more year, and in this draft, there's way too many boomer bust candidates that are leaning towards the side of bust. There's not many quarterbacks in this draft or any that like you look at besides maybe Malik Willis and you're like, "Oh yeah, like I
Look,
want this kid. I want this kid."
look.
I just don't think taking a quarterback with one of your first round picks when it's very rare to have 3 first round picks in the NFL
Mhm.
is a smart decision. I'm not a big like it'll cause a rift in the locker room thing, but it would definitely be very odd drafting a quarterback when everything last year with Jalen. I don't see it happening. I don't really want it to happen. I don't want a quarterback in this. I'll take a quarterback in this draft. I don't want a quarterback in the first round. I just think it's a reach for these quarterbacks. I don't think there's a quarterback that's worth taking with one of these picks. I would rather take either best available, whether that's anybody that's not a quarterback, or take something that you need. Like if you want to take a corner, if you want to take a linebacker, if you want to take, I've even seen a wide receiver, which I guess I'd be okay with. That's fine with pairing it with Smith, but I don't want a quarterback. I think you can ride Hurts for one more year. I really do, and I don't like Jalen Hurts at all. I just don't think the Eagles let me ask you a question. Do you think next year the Eagles are going to be Super Bowl contenders?
No.
Then I want to build around everything else that's not a quarterback because you can worry about a quarterback in the future.
Why wait? That's my question.
Because you
Why
don't
wait?
know.
Look,
This isn't
look.
a Trevor
You,
Lawrence.
you don't know
A
anything. That's fine. And we will never get the number 1 overall pick. So you can never expect a
Yeah,
guy
true.
like, hey, this is our guy. He's going to be fantastic. Look, and this is big examples. These guys are absolute stars, and you can never expect it. But when you look at examples, no one saw Josh Allen being as good as he is. No one saw Patrick.
Josh Allen he was a
He
top
was good.
pick. He
Yeah.
was,
What was he? Seventh or ninth? It was the two Joshes.
I think,
I get Rosen and him
yeah, I
mixed
know
up.
they were
It
there.
was
Yeah,
7 or 9. It was
yeah,
one of those. Very good and everything. Patrick Mahomes was the 14th overall pick. Lamar Jackson was the 32nd overall pick. A lot of guys you just don't know, but
yeah,
you have to take the shot on them. But there's also some on the other side too, like Trubisky was a top pick, and all of these other guys and
yeah.
everything like
It's
that. But
let
that's
me
when you
know.
have to take the risk. I say now, why wait? I would like to go out and get our quarterback. Tell me right now, at the beginning of the season, did you see Joe Burrow and the Bengals going anywhere close to the playoffs? And I don't want to compare Joe Burrow to Malik Willis,
No,
but no one
I know
saw
a
this
lot of
coming.
I know a lot of people had them like fucking 2 wins. I think I had them winning like 7. I think I had them winning
Exactly.
7 games. Yeah.
Exactly.
Mhm.
But you see, great quarterback play just changes everything. This Eagles team last year, if we had a good quarterback there, we're winning way more than 9 games. We're getting a way higher seed. And in the playoffs, anything can happen. And this team looks much better. So now you get a quarterback like Malik Willis, a guy that can throw a ball deep downfield. Think of all the missed shots that Jalen Hurts had to all these other receivers because he doesn't have a deep ball. You have Malik Willis, who can run damn near just as well as Jalen Hurts, has a cannon for an arm, is extremely intelligent. The scouts were saying that they could not shut up Malik Willis. This guy could not stop talking about football, and he's extremely intelligent. He has a cannon of an arm, and he's just smart. If we had that last year, much better team. We have 3 first-round picks. What's going to help this team more? A quarterback that could possibly be really good for us? Isn't that? Can't you say the same thing about a linebacker we'll draft? Do you
Yeah.
trust? Do you
Yeah.
trust the linebackers that we're going to pick? How big of a difference? The quarterback position, in my eyes, is a lot more important than the linebacker position. If we have a bust on a linebacker, that's what happens all the time. Why not? I say, why not take the risk on Malik Willis, which he's probably not even available at this time because
Yeah,
Steelers
yeah.
look like they're in love with him. I think to get me Malik Willis, you'd probably have to trade up for him.
You know what happens during the combine? Everyone
Yeah,
starts creeping up and up and up. The quarterbacks, they start
yeah,
creeping up. Yeah, yeah.
happens every time. So it was, and I would even be willing to trade up. It hits a limit. I don't know what it would be at. That's something I have to go over on my own time. But Malik Willis, I think, is a guy that can be a huge difference maker for this Eagles team, for any team he really goes to. And I think he can make this team really well as long as you hit on a couple other draft picks this year. I would be extremely ecstatic about Malik Willis being on this team.
Dude, like if they draft Malik Willis and he turns into the guy, I'll kiss your feet, dude. like, like that I get what you're saying with like I'll play devil's advocate. I get what you're saying with like you take a chance on linebackers all the time and like they'll be a bust easy. It sets your franchise back more, probably a lot more actually, if your quarterback turns into a bust than a linebacker or
Look, and
or
that's kind of where I agree, but it would put us in the same boat that if we didn't, because at least we're going out and trying and seeing if
yeah.
something will work. Because if it
And
doesn't work, you can always get that system quarterback, like a Jimmy Garoppolo kind of quarterback, to
mhm.
fill in until you try again. If you keep on sticking with the system quarterback, because that's what Jalen Hurts is. Jalen Hurts is a system quarterback with good legs. That is what
He's just a bad quarterback.
yeah, and
He
again,
can run. He can
yeah,
run.
exactly. I don't want to keep on waiting around and just seeing, whatever. Like if Jalen Hurts is our quarterback this year, it's a developmental year. We are sitting on the couch and being like, all right, let's see how much better we can get. You don't expect anything more. If we draft Malik Willis and we watch every game, we're on the edge of our seats, like, hey, let's see how well this Eagles team can do. If Malik Willis balls out, you can get really excited.
Yeah.
And if he plays extremely well, if he has that arm and he makes the pass that Hurts can't make, this team would be in a much better position. And we wouldn't just be sitting around like, all right, let's just see what happens. We'd be sitting here like this team can win.
It's more fun too. I get like
It is.
it's like a new toy. It's like a new toy. Like
Yeah.
you get a new quarterback. It's like, oh, like this is remember Carson Wentz's first game coming in?
Oh my
It was
God.
like, oh, it's like here it is. Like here it is.
Couldn't
It's
wait.
time. Yeah, it's time. Like that was the last time we took a chance on a quarterback. And like
Yeah.
I also get your point. Like I think we have 3 first-round picks. That's rare. We should try to build everything around a quarterback that we can and like get positions you need. But I also get what you're saying where it's like, all right, we have 3 first-round picks. That is very rare. Why not take a stab at a quarterback on this?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
I completely get that, and especially for like guys like us that really aren't Jalen Hurts guys and like don't
Yeah.
think that he's the future. I know there's people out there that do, which is
Oh
fine.
yeah.
If you believe in the development, you believe in it. I just don't see it happening. If if this turns out to be, hey, grab it, we want a quarterback, we're gonna try to get one. I'm not gonna be mad, but I'm not gonna be fully behind it. I really do wanna I want to go after positions we need. I think it's pretty awesome that we have these 3 picks. I would not mind taking a quarterback after the first round. Like I don't mind that if you want to take one. If you take one in the first, I think it's a reach. But I think if you're gonna reach for one in the first round, you should reach for Malik.
Malik Willis is the only one. He's probably going to get drafted
Who else
really
you
high.
gonna reach for? Sam
That's
Howell.
Malik Willis is the only guy I want after watching the combine. I did I can't even think of who it was. There was another guy that had a decent one. Kenny Pickett. I didn't even know. Did you see the dude the size of the dude's hands?
Yeah, dude.
8.5 inches. That's smaller than Kyler Murray's.
Yeah.
So
That
I'm
dude-
definitely worried about Kenny Pickett. So
Really
that's not a
small.
guy I want. Matt Corral, I don't really want. Sam Howell. The only quarterback I'd be willing to draft is Malik Willis. Other than that, then I'm with it. Keep Hurts, keep it as a system quarterback, and we'll get someone next year. That's fine. Malik Willis is the only guy that I'd be willing to draft. And we would most likely have to trade up. Howie Roseman, Who knows if he actually wants to do it? He says Jalen Hurts is his guy, but he keeps on talking to other top prospects at the combine, other quarterback top prospects at the combine. So who knows how he's really thinking?
Yeah.
They've told Carson before that they're not going to draft a quarterback and they're all in on Carson, and then they draft Jalen Hurts. So you can't really believe anything that these guys are going to say because it can change in a heartbeat.
Easy.
So it's going to be really, really interesting what's going to happen with this draft.
Yeah, I'm very excited. And I was talking about it like the other week with all my coworkers, and I was like, dude, I wish they never moved the draft from Philly. They should have kept it there, dude. It was electric when it was in Philly. I didn't go. People I know went, and on TV and all, dude, that crowd was fucking awesome. Like,
it was nuts.
If they got to bring it back to Philly, they got to keep that like consistent thing because the Philly crowd is literally everything that you think it is. They just rowdy at the draft.
Right.
Yeah, I'm excited. This draft's gonna be fun, especially because like, dude, we have so many picks to look forward to. Like, we get to just sit back and relax and watch just 3 first-round picks and just welcome new people on this team. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. So, and that's one great part of the offseason. The other part is free agency. And the Eagles have some cap room this year. And something I'm looking to see with Howie Roseman and the Eagles organization will do is they're going to spend money on another receiver this year. There's some big names out there. But apparently there's reports coming out. There's from Elliott Shore Park saying that Howie Roseman is happy with Quez Watkins as the number 2 receiver.
Yeah.
Now, of course, I do think they have to go out and say that. They can't come out and be like, oh, we're looking for a guy to step up over Quez. Because if they don't do it and Quez is like, dude, like, what the hell? You know what I mean? So they're going to say that. But the possibilities and the guys that are available, I mean, you just look at the number 1 guy, you see like someone like Devontae Adams.
Pipe dream, but holy hell. I'm looking at guys like Allen Robinson.
Well, but there's Allen Robinson. There is Mike Williams, Devontae Adams. There is is it Godwin's a free agent this year too?
Godwin's a free agent. Even guys like freaking Crowder's a free agent. And like dude, like there's guys out there that
there's also Zach Pascal.
Yeah, I like Zach Pascal.
Yeah, he's just too slow for me. Pascal, however you say his name. That was Carson Wentz's safety net last year.
Even like there's a bunch of guys, dude. Like even low end guys like freaking Rashad Higgins, Zay Jones, Sammy Watkins,
DJ Chark.
I didn't know Mike Williams was a free agent as well. That's
Mike
pretty
Williams.
cool.
Yeah,
Emmanuel Sanders. Yeah, like
there's a lot of names.
A lot of names, man. There's a lot of names on this list. Even guys like Byron Pringle, Cedric Wilson.
You know who's about to get added to that list? There's reports coming out that Amari Cooper will get released. Oh, is it already?
Well, yeah, he's getting released.
He's going to get released.
Yeah. Wait,
did you imagine that?
You see what Darius Slay tweeted under that?
No, I missed that.
Dude, Schefter tweeted it like they're gonna release some $20 million, and he just tweeted 2 eyeball emojis. Yeah. Bring him home.
Bring him. Get Amari.
Dude, I think it's just crazy that they fully like they were like, we're gonna win a Super Bowl with this team. And Amari Cooper's gone.
Hey, Cowboys are going down. Eagles are trending up. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. I am very, very excited for this offseason. We'll see what else comes out. But a lot of good stuff going on. Great time to be a Philly sports fan right now.
I'd say so.
Yeah, except for if you're just a Flyers fan.
But yeah, okay, that's a rare occurrence.
That is a rare occurrence.
And but if you're just a Flyers fan, I feel so bad for you.
Feel so bad. But Sixers are looking great right now. 4-0 since James Harden has joined the team. Sixers looking great. Eagles going in their offseason real quick. Again, just want to cover them to see if I just want to learn more and more. So something that's just very small that, again, I'll learn more throughout time. Union play tomorrow. They played their first game of the year last week. They tied. tomorrow at 4:00, they play in Montreal. Montreal lost their first game of the year earlier this year. Give me a big game. I know, and I've learned how to say his name. His name is Michael Uwe. It's
Uwe.
no Uwe. It's Michael
Okay.
Uwe. I believe that's correct. He's gonna be playing his first game this Saturday. Big time name that the Union got this off season. So going to be a very exciting game tomorrow at 4:00. I get off at 4. I'm tuning into the Union game. Make sure you guys are tuning in. This is the second best Philly team in Philadelphia.
There you go.
Behind the Sixers. Hey,
You
Sixers
can't
are
say
too good
first.
now.
You're not allowed to say the first.
Last year they were the only they were first, but now they're second.
Now they're second.
But great time to be a Philly sports fan right now. Make sure you guys tuning into that Union game. That's gonna be it's gonna be a fun season for them. I didn't even realize they play like every Saturday. So I'm able to watch a lot of those games. So I'm gonna be learning. I'm gonna be covering them a lot more, learning a lot more and more. But yeah,
I'll try.
Yeah,
I got
dude,
my one buddy. Shout out Jimmy. He's a huge Union guy, so he'll fill me in on. He'll send me little things. He'll keep me updated. He'll let me know what's going on.
Perfect, man. I'm looking up James Harden in a press conference
right now.
Man,
see, you're behind me. I just did that. I looked up and I saw him talking, and I was like, "Damn, James Harden's a 76er."
It's a crazy moment. Moment. This is cool. Honestly. Is this a bigger moment than when Bryce Harper joined?
Dude, like I've thought about it for a while, and the only reason it's not for me is because we got tortured for like 4 months. like not even like tortured. Like we got freaking like tortured every single day from that. I would refresh Twitter every 2 seconds for 4 months. And I just remember like the final like days. It's like, oh, the Dodgers are gonna offer 4 for $45 million a year, and all my friends were like trolling me, and I was like, no, he would never take a 4-year deal. He worked his whole life for this contract. He wants a long-term deal. He worked since he was 17. He worked. Yeah, dude. like we all knew it. We were smart. He's really was the only option.
Yeah. So yeah, just. That was an absolutely amazing moment. I feel like we always go over something with Bryce Harper every show. That's just our guy. My favorite athlete.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm having withdrawal from that.
You guys are all listening to two baseball guys here more than probably anything. So
dude, we're supposed to be watching them rip freaking dingers in Clearwater right now, and instead we're fucking sitting on our thumbs. Well, we're watching the Sixers ball and all, but
Yeah. Whoa. Got real there. I'm real blurry right now. I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. But hey, that's all we got for today. Sixers with another win, 4-0 since James Harden has joined the team. They won 125-119 over the Cleveland Cavaliers. The best win that James Harden has been a part of with the Sixers. Tomorrow night on at 8:00. Against the Miami Heat, number 1 versus number 2 seed. Union on tomorrow at 4:00. We are back here every Monday and Friday night at 9 p.m. So make sure you guys are tuning in only on DSM Media.
Not this Monday because George is going to the
Sixers game. But I might find someone to fill in for him.
Jeremy will probably find someone, and then it'll be a perfect storm.
We'll figure something out. That'll probably be another post-game show because I do believe that is a 7:00 game. You should know this. 7:00 game Monday.
7:00 game.
7:00 game Monday. So yeah, it'll be ending around the same time today. So we'll probably go live towards the end of the game, catch a little post-game show action, and we'll see if I can get someone else on. If not, I'll do a solo show if I have to.
Ride it out.
Something out. We'll figure something out. But again, every Monday and Friday night at 9 p.m. Make sure you guys are tuning in only on DSM Media. We are brought to you by Manscaped. Make sure you're checking the link down below. Use code DSM at checkout for Manscaped. Thank you guys, everyone, for tuning in. Ton of support for the Broad Street Bouls recently over the past couple months. So I appreciate all of you guys very much. Make sure you guys press the subscribe button and follow to all the socials that are also in the link down below. How I'm really going to end it. Go Sixers, man.
Ring the bell.